Hey guys, it's Vanessa. I'm here to do a very quick Splurge versus Steal presents get the false lash look without false lashes. So if you remember a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago at this point, I posted a video about this Too Faced Better Than False Lashes Nylon Lash Extension Mascara that I love. And if you haven't seen that video, you can click right here. But essentially this is a three-step, two-part system that gives you the look of false lashes without false lashes. Basically by using nylon lash extensions. And they're just basically these little fibers that attach to your lashes, and then when you put mascara over them, they kind of build up and give you a false lash look. So in that other video, I really recommend you watch it because I have before and after pictures of me with the lashes on, so you guys can kind of get a look there. But I basically was today shopping at Ulta. I had to pick up a few things, and when I was walking, I passed by the Essence section, which I love Essence. And for those who don't know, they're like they come from Europe, but they are like a cheap makeup line. I actually have an Essence review, which I will link here. But anyways, so, and this thing caught my eye because at first I thought it was a pigment, but then I saw what it was, and it's this little guy, and it's the Essence Volumizing Lash Powder. So it looks like this, and it comes in kind of like a pigment vial, and you'll notice it just looks like a white pigment, but what this is the fibers. So I'll show you kind of the two. So to compare them, again, I always forget the prices, so down below will be the comparison in pricing, but for a lot more money than the Essence one, with Too Faced, you get a duo. So you get a mascara that's going to be your base and your top coat, and then you get the lash fibers. And their lash fibers come in this little mascara vial, and when you open it, you will see attached to the bristles are the nylon fibers. So these little white things are the fibers, and they cling on to the mascara on your lashes, and then they melt in when you put the top coat, and they build up your lash to give you false lashes. So after you do that, you put on the mascara. So with the Too Faced one, the benefits are that it totally works. I love this mascara. You get technically two products in one, although one can't work without the other. So it's really just one product if you think about it. But you do get the top coat, base coat, and the fibers. So with the Essence one, you get the little vial, the volumizing lash powder, and this is just this part. So this is directly compared to this. And then this comes with a little like disposable mascara brush that's really nothing to apply it. And that's all you get, and it comes in a little box like this. So it would be up to you to then go and purchase another mascara. So there's pros and cons to that. The pro of that is that you are getting probably a lot more product. Let's compare. The Too Faced one, you are getting 0.8 grams. 0.02 ounces come in here. Where with this one, you are getting 1.8 grams, 0.06 ounces of fibers. So it's much more fibers that you're getting for the Essence for a lot cheaper. However, you're going to have to go purchase your own mascara to pair it with. Now, the good thing about that is you can go as cheap as you want. If you have a $1 mascara that you love from like Wet n Wild or e.l.f., and then you buy this, you're only going to be at like $5, $6, which is still better than the probably like, what, $20, $30 that this mascara is. So there's the pro and the con of that. You can also pair this with much more high-end mascaras, saving you the money of having to go buy yet another high-end mascara, because you would just get your favorite defining mascara and pair it with this. So that's another thing I would recommend if you do go pick up the Essence one. Instead of getting a volumizing mascara, I would just get one that's good for definition as your base and top coat, because with the Too Faced one, this mascara on its own is not very volumizing. It's more defining, and it does give you volume, but not like a ton of, it's not like a Lash Blast or like a Bad Gal. It's definitely more like Definicils or something like that, where it's more definition and length than it is really volume. You're getting all your volume from the fibers. And I think too much volume, it's going to just be too chunky. So I did a little experiment, and on my eyes, on this side of my face, I have the Too Faced, and on this side of my face, I have the Essence Volume Lash Powder, and as my base and top coat mascara, I used this little sample of Lancome Definicils. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can kind of see the difference. So hopefully you can see the difference. This eye has the Too Faced and this eye has the Essence. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to do the look up. All those little... So for me, this one, and I apologize for anything else janky happening. This one is slightly less clumpy / volumized than this side. So actually the Essence one gave me more volume and my lashes look falser on that side. And hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. So I'm going to zoom back out. So yeah, as you saw with the Essence one, it definitely gives you more volume. And I think that's basically because with this one, the stopper in here kind of controls how many fibers you're putting on your lash, where even though it's not that tight of a stopper, it still has something. But this one, it's a free-for-all, and you can put as many fibers as you want. I will say a con to this is that it's a free-for-all, and you can put as many fibers as you want. When I put this, I first tried to dip it, which was a bad idea, because the fibers kind of got wound all on the thing like plastic. And then when I went to yank it out, like all the fibers were coming out with it. They flew everywhere. There was like fibers on my mirror, in my eye, all over my clothes, and that sort of thing. So then I tried kind of scraping the top of it, but the problem is that this is too short, so you're not really able to get in it and scrape it, so that doesn't really work. I think your best bet would be to get a fan brush and kind of coat the fan brush and then coat your lashes. Otherwise, even though you do get a more voluminous look, this just gets everywhere. I was reading the label to see if maybe I did it wrong, but it tells you to do it exactly the same way the Too Faced does. Put on a mascara, put this on, put a mascara on top. They do say, however, that not to use this if you wear contacts, and it also says don't get it directly into your eyes, which is an obvi. But I totally accidentally got some in my eye, so hopefully I'm okay with that. But so if you do wear contacts, I don't recommend this one because it gets everywhere. Even this one might bother your contacts, but it's a lot easier to manage, and you're probably safer using this than this if you are a contact wearer. Either way, it is something that you might want to check out. I think it's an amazing dupe considering that you're getting the same product for more and a lot cheaper. This is only $3.49. However, I don't think it's necessarily like an awesome dupe in the sense that it is a lot more hassle than this, although this is like 10 times the price or whatever. So yes, that is my little splurge versus steal on the Too Faced Better Than False Lashes. If you want to get this, you can pick it up at Sephora or anywhere that sells Too Faced, really. TooFaced.com, that sort of thing. The Essence, as far as I know, is exclusively sold at Ulta in the US. It might be different if you're international, but if you're in the US, Essence is sold at Ulta, and it's like in the drugstore section. So that's it. I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.